Hello and welcome again to another not-so-weekly news bulletin from RC Model Reviews. And this is the autumn edition. And you'll notice that the lighting keeps changing because we've got some rather dramatically changing weather going on here at the moment. And suffice to say that if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, you can expect things to get warmer pretty damn soon because most of the heat has left the Southern Hemisphere, at least around these parts. So there's something to look forward to. The flying season is just around the corner, which means you need more information on products you might be looking to buy and use in the coming months. As for us down here in the Southern Hemisphere, well, we'll be stuck inside watching the rain and the snow and the wind, but it won't stop me from reviewing products for you. Now, what have I got? Some new test gear. That's what I've got. See this? New piece of test equipment. Not very expensive, but it's going to help me set up these 900 megahertz video transmitters so that we can use different frequencies, more frequencies that might be legal in your part of the world, but aren't actually provided as part of the standard system. I mean, these really only legal on channel 1 in the USA, and that's about it. The rest of the world, they operate on an aviation band, which is not a good thing to get caught using. So we'll look and see how we can tweak these to use the sometimes very small ISM band that's available in other countries. So there it is, coming up soon. And now that I've got more time to spend inside because of the weather, there'll be a lot of this stuff and all those other DIY projects I've been working on will be finished very soon. Now, I also, some months ago, I received some motors from HobbyKing. They said they will send me some speed controllers, some ESCs to review, and they did, with no documentation and no way to control, no way to set them up or anything. So I thought, well, I'll just wait. And they said, well, we'll send you the documentation or the card, and they sent me the card. It arrived just last week, so I'll be looking at those speed controllers. But they sent me these motors, and I thought, what on earth are these? They weren't on the HobbyKing website, they weren't in the catalogue, and to be honest, they look pretty low tech, look like an industrial motor. They've got a steel bell, not a nice aluminium bell, they're an outrunner, a pretty crude mount, and they don't have ball bearings, they've actually got bushes, they've got phosphor bronze oil-like bushes in them. And I thought, well, who would be using a motor like this compared to some of the nice products that Turnigy turn out? Why would you bother selling one of these? Well, now it appears these have started showing up on the HobbyKing website, and they're called donkey motors, for one very good reason, that they're really just very basic and cheap and simple and robust. So I'm going to be reviewing these. Now I know that they're actually going to be selling them, and you'll find out about those too. I've actually tried a couple of these, and to be honest, first looks, they're not a stunning performer, but they're dirt cheap, and it looks like they'd last forever because there's no bearings to get all skewed and worn out. As long as you keep a bit of oil on those oil-like bearings, they should last a long, long time. And there's quite a range. This is the one that's on the HobbyKing website now. It's about a 50-something millimeter diameter. They say 600 watts. I say, yeah, right. Then there's another one that's a bit smaller. What's that, about 40 millimeters? Maybe a 30 millimeter and possibly even a 20-something millimeter one. So there's quite a range. Now they're quite heavy, so you won't be using them on your ultra-high performance models. But as I say, for a real donkey of a motor, they might be just what you're looking for. And we'll see how they go. Might be quite good if you've got something like a quadcopter or a tricopter, which is likely to suck a lot of dust into the motor. These oil-like bearings may last longer than the ball bearings. We'll find out. We'll give them a test, we'll give them a thrash, find out how they go. And on the subject, this is one of the Turnigy Trust ESCs that they sent me. I've been trying those out. I've had the high current one, I think it's 70 amps, 75 amps on the EPP FPV plane, and it's actually worked damn good. I've blown one up already, not the 75 amp one, but I've blown up one of these Trust ESCs. I really thrashed it, and it failed, but it failed in a very interesting way, which is actually quite good. So I'll tell you about that when I do the reviews very, very soon. Also coming up, lipos. Now, of course, here are a couple of lipos. They look pretty similar, don't they? About the same height and width, same thickness, but the difference is one of them, this one's a lot more expensive than that one, even though they both carry the Zippy brand. They were bought from HobbyKing, where else? The difference, this is a 40C, that is a 20C. Does it really make a lot of difference? Is it worth spending the money on a 40C lipo? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to test them out and tell you because the results may surprise you. Just because you're spending a lot of money on a 40C doesn't mean that you're going to get extra value out of it. It may even be the worst choice, depending on what kind of models you're flying. But I'll be looking at that, telling you what happens. Also, you may have seen my jetpack on the XJet channel, my RC jetpack. Well, that has flown a little higher than those first tentative hops, and I'll be bringing you more video on the XJet channel of that. But speaking of things that hover and are radio controlled and propelled by electric motors, guess what? Yes, after a long, long wait, today in my mailbox, this arrived. Look, it is the Autogyros T580 from LotusRC, otherwise known as a quadcopter. Now, it came all the way from China, just in this box. Look, they stuck a shipping label on it and a declaration on there, and they just threw it in the post. And it's had a few dings and dents. Looks like it's had a bit of a poke here, but I haven't even opened it yet, so maybe it's all right, maybe it's not. You'll find out very soon. I'll do a quick video showing what it looks like inside that box, as everybody else has done, but I'm going to do it a little differently. Give you more close-up shots, some macro views, so you can see the quality, or lack thereof. I don't know, haven't seen it. We'll see what it actually looked like, see if they've actually made a good quality product, because everyone's seen what they look like. I'm going to take you down a little bit more in depth, show you some of the finer features. And so then there'll be, of course, the flight videos and that sort of stuff, so hang on, they'll be coming real soon as the weather allows, because now we're in the equinox, got these gales and rain and all sorts of things. Never mind. Okay, that's about it for another not so weekly week. I thank you for watching these videos, and if you're inclined to make a donation so that I can get more of this stuff and write more articles and make more videos, then please do so, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Then you'll get the occasional email update, although YouTube's email updates seem to be pretty erratic, so maybe it just pays you to check the channel now and then, see what's happening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time on RC Model Reviews.